Welcome back to another episode of Not a Real Podcast. You already know it's Young Cole.
And I'm Isha.
And today we got, of course, good stuff for y'all.
Yes, good stuff.
Today we might cry a little bit.
These lashes might come off.
And that's okay.
I got my paper towel. You can get a little corn if you need it.
Oh, well, give me some.
You should have been better prepared.
No, I'm all right. Because I'm not going to let a teardrop fall.
All right. I give it 23 minutes in.
23?
Yep.
Shit, I was like 10. So y'all already know we're going to start it off with the peek and pit because, I be looking forward to it.
No, and the fact that we really did not talk this week a lot.
We did.
So this is really going to be like super like new.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, all right. So my peak I had a good week.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a good week. Work wasn't too bad. We really don't talk about work. Well, work wasn't too bad. Work is work, right? It wasn't too bad. I didn't have a lot of meetings. I didn't have to send out a lot of redundant emails, so that's always a good thing. And then Wednesday I went bowling with Lo, Jazz, Emery. And so in the lane next to us was like a group of like young kids. Well, I mean, they were like 21. College kids home for break. Oh, okay. And some of them go to Jackson State, Southern, and then Savannah. Like, they're all in the band.
Georgia Southern?
No.
What Southern?
Maybe Georgia Southern?
It's for sure Georgia Southern.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, yeah, the Georgia Southern University. Okay? Let's go Eagles. Okay, we'll go ahead.
Are you done?
Because I can go all night, but I'm going to let my alma mater speak for itself.
Okay, anyway, so Jazz was like, and I wasn't even thinking about it. Jazz was like, oh, we should get them to subscribe to the YouTube, podcast.
Jazz want to be read?
Girl, I'm talking about
put the phone in their face.
She was like, no, literally, like, they couldn't find this. Like, she was taking their phone, like, looking it up and subscribing. So they was like, oh, no, we're going to listen. So if they are listening, shout out to y'all. They was like a really, really good bunch. I keep saying kids. Well, they've grown, but they're grown. Yeah, kids.
Yeah.
So that was Wednesday. And then Thursday, Bree was in my neighborhood, so I pulled up on her and we had a couple drinks. And then this weekend, I got so much rest. Like, I got some much needed rest.
How many hours would you say?
I just sleep in it.
4 hours in a day, 48 hours in the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, right?
Well, yeah.
Of those 48, how many do you think you slept in? Even if that includes just laying down, not being bothered, not answering the phone.
I ain't gonna even hold you. Probably like 30, 40.
Because Papa was gone.
He was out. I slept. So I was just sleeping in. That felt so good. And then just randomly taking naps throughout the day. So that was like the peak, the pits of my week. I hit my nail, and so it's lifting a little.
You saw one of my pits.
No, it's a pit for real. I hit my nail, and it's lifted a little bit, and so yeah. I hate I hate your situation over there.
My situation is retro.
Yeah, I hate it, and then I hate having to wear like a Band-Aid on my nail. Like I absolutely hate it. So I hit one of my nails. It's lifting a little bit, and so obviously it's time for me to get a fill-in, but that's probably the pit.
That's a true pit.
It's a pit for me because I love hands and I absolutely love nails. And so it's really a pit for me. I know it's like, not really a pit for other people, but
it's a pit. Because you all got your nails on.
Yeah.
So it's a pit.
It's definitely a pit. What about you? What was the peak and pit of your week?
So I had a few peaks, but I'm only going to mention 2, and then I had a few pits, one of them being my nails. But one of
the fact that you said like that is...
And we talking like no fucking one. Yeah, I look like a child.
Anyway, like Jay. No, Jay be having her nails painted.
Yeah, but okay, so peak of my week is I'm getting back into real estate.
Nah,
because once in December I let everything go. I don't want to do nothing, but I'm getting back into real estate.
Okay.
And then I have some potential clients and 2 clients.
Okay, nice.
And so I just made that decision week 2 ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. It's picking up quick. You know how sometimes that momentum go by, it just be dragging.
Yeah.
It's slow. You get a little discouraged.
Yeah.
But now I'm not discouraged. I'm encouraged and I'm super excited about that. So that's one peak.
Good.
Another peak is gardening. I've been doing a lot of gardening this week. I don't do that because I got all kind of elephant ears, azaleas. I'm planting some basil. I'm just planting all kind of herbs.
Are you doing that in the front or the back or both?
In the front.
Okay.
So right now I'm focusing on the front. We're gonna carve out a little piece. My what's the tree called? My crepe myrtle. I think it did survive the winter. We're gonna see what happens. But I am doing a lot of gardening and it just brought me so much.
Is Miss Maxine helping you, or this is something you're doing on your own?
I'm gonna make sure she see this episode. Miss Maxine is worse and she worrying the hell out of me. She trying to help though. She's so precious. She came over. It's something of
Just so you know, Miss Maxine is Kodie's neighbor across the street who is like her best friend, but Miss Maxine is like over
64.
She's 64.
When you look good, you'll tell me.
No, she looks really good. She looks good, but her and Kodie are like best friends. It's sickening. It's so sickening how Kodie and Miss Maxine are best friends.
But if anybody knew me or know me, they'll know that I've always said I'm gonna hit my prime at 65.
Yeah,
it wasn't my prime. It's not until I get older. So in that scene, she cool as hell. But she did come over yesterday and help me plant the flowers around my mailbox.
Oh, y'all bringing it all the way out.
Well, yeah. So it's some around my mailbox, and then I'm doing it closer to the house.
Yeah,
and then I'm still gonna plant the tree, but I got a whole bunch of other stuff.
Like a real tree, like
it's a real tree. It's a crepe myrtle, and it blooms. I think this one has hot pink bud.
Is it gonna get big like the other?
Yeah, it's gonna get big. I think this one's gonna grow like 18 feet or something.
Where's it at now?
It was been in the pot on that retaining wall.
Oh, and then you gonna move it.
Yeah, I'm actually put it in the ground to see if I can revive it if it'll come back.
Okay.
Because right now I don't know if it's gonna come back.
This might be it for it.
This might be it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe it. Please don't let a pit come early. But okay, so those are my peaks. I probably got more peaks too, but those are the ones that stood out. Yeah, good week. So my first pick is gonna be these nails.
Oh yes, Lord.
I don't know what. I just got the urge to bite them off, and I know that's disgusting. People hate when I do it, but it's something.
I haven't seen you without nails in so long.
It's been a little minute.
You were doing really, really, really good.
It's been a minute. Plus, I called up there and Tom wasn't there, so I was like, well, hell with it. But yeah,
But you gonna get them done soon, right?
Yeah, like tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Top of the morning.
Okay.
They open up, but it just feels weird when I'm talking. I feel like
You gotta
find like this. I got finding. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You just gotta like the politicians and the preachers.
to the right. And then my second pick is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Mother's Day. Mother's Day. I think as I'm getting older, I'm starting to embrace all of the emotions that come with Mother's Day, her birthday, her passing or death anniversary. Yeah, I'm starting to like embrace those emotions because those emotions, I don't know, they kind of ground me in a sense.
Okay.
I feel like the more honest I can be with how I'm truly, truly feeling, the easier it is to heal. And
Yeah.
now, mind you, I think I said it last episode, my mom passed when I was 15. I'm 31. So it's 16 years, and there's still a bit of healing that has to be done.
And it's gonna always be.
Yeah. It'll always be, but I think almost disregarding some of those emotions prior to now kind of stood in the way of that. So
That's a mile, but even though it's a pit, that makes me happy to hear you acknowledge that. Yeah.
So that part isn't so much a pit. Like, I'm really proud of myself for facing it.
Yes.
But, and that's why I know you're smiling, but I think the pit is just the fact that it's going to come around every year.
Absolutely.
And it's like, gosh,
Yeah.
we got to go with this again. But I didn't answer my phone yesterday for anybody. Yeah, and I just want, no. I had to admit, I didn't want to pick up the phone.
But I didn't call back either. I kind of figured, I'm like, I didn't know if you were going to be sad or if you just kind of needed just space.
It's just needed space.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the emotions is truly, well, there are sad emotions, but I think I just needed space. It was just, I'm talking about, I probably had over 10 missed calls yesterday, and I just needed space. I was headed home from somewhere, and I seen my daddy on his motorcycle behind me. And the only reason why I knew it was him because he got the damn chrome helmet with It's stupid as hell. But he was behind me. He didn't even know he was behind me. So he kind of crept up over there just to halfway watch a movie with me, play with Blue the other half, and then he went home. Probably wasn't even there a full 2 hours. He just came from where he stayed, which is a minute away.
Yeah.
And then to see me, and that was it. So
he probably the ride over there probably was good for him.
oh yeah.
Then to see your face and to make sure you was straight, and then
That's good. Speaking of the devil. But yeah, though. That was my peak, and that was my pet.
Yeah. So speaking of, I guess this is a good. Yeah. Speaking of
Dealing with
grief.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And all that comes with it. What is to you? Now, obviously, your mother passed, and I mean, 16 years later, 16 years from now, it'll still be a thing some kind of way.
Yeah.
But what is grief to you? And like, have you experienced different types of grief?
I would say I have experienced different types of grief, but at its core, grief is just, I say my words, struggling to deal with the loss of somebody for real.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned with embracing the emotions, this Mother's Day and the Mother days to come, I feel like I'm struggling less and less to deal with the grief of losing my mama, and so that makes me really, really happy. But yeah, at its core, it's truly just dealing with that loss. And I think there are different types of grief because even if it's not losing someone, you can lose something, you can lose time, and all of that. Just losing whatever it is could make you feel those overwhelming feelings of grief, and that's just the struggle of dealing with whatever it is that you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have read a quote, and I can't remember who it was from, but they said, grief is just love with nowhere to go. And so, like, I used to think, like, grief only meant, like you said, like when somebody passes away. But you can grieve a friendship, you can grieve a relationship, you can, we've never felt this emotion, but some people grieve, like, losing their job. That's not an emotion we've ever felt.
No, because remember when what you call doing the layoffs? Girl, I was mad. Why didn't y'all lay me?
You wanted that severance package so
and it was
bad.
5 biggest severance package.
And I could not wrap my head around it. Like, this nigga really want to get laid off. You was like, all right, maybe we didn't make the first round. Bitch, ain't no we. I don't want to be with you with this. And I with you when I'm with you, but I'm not doing this. I don't want to be a part of this shit.
Fuck yeah.
Hell no, but it's definitely different types of grief. And I think depending on like the circumstance, the situation, or like the parties involved, with like, for me, like that determines the level of like grief. There's some things I can just be like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And be messed up about it a little bit, but then move on. Then other stuff, like,
hit home a little differently.
And it's, yeah. And for me, I've lost friends unexpectedly. I've lost, whether it was like natural causes, someone who meant an awful lot to me was killed. But it didn't quite, I've lost friendships, people that I love that I would never talk to again, but nothing hit like when I lost Uncle Joe. That was like, oh, bitch, you thought you experienced grief before. You ain't.
Thought you was tough.
Until you wasn't. Crippled me.
Until you wasn't.
Crippled me. Yeah.
You're really good at handling, though. And I think the only reason why I say you did good at handling it, not because you didn't necessarily cry in that moment.
Yeah.
Not because you did it, you wasn't just filled with so much sorrow that anybody could see it, even though you didn't wear your emotion on your sleeve. I think you handled it because you handled it the way you wanted to.
Yeah.
It was like, one thing I remember you saying is, y'all, please don't coddle me. Don't.
Yeah.
I can't remember this.
Handle me like I'm fragile.
Don't handle me like I'm fragile.
Yeah.
And at no point did you kind of like say, okay, now I need you to handle me like I'm fragile, or now I need y'all to do something different.
Yeah.
You literally handled it the way that you wanted to. And so it was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, and I think for me, with grief, the 5 stages of grief, a lot of times when something happens, people automatically want to jump to the acceptance stage, the final stage. And it's like,
Yeah, let's work backwards. So let's start at number one.
yeah, I go through all of the stages and I sit there for however long I need to sit there. So whether it's anger, whether it's bargaining, whether it's denial, whether depression, I sit in that stage for however long I need to sit in there. And I allow myself to feel whatever I need to feel. And then I move on. So when I finally get to the acceptance stage, like I've accepted, this is what it is. And I think the one thing about grief for me, I don't be embarrassed to grieve. But and when I said don't, handle me like I'm fragile, a little backstory, we was going to Cleveland for my birthday 2 years ago. And I knew Uncle Joe was sick. I knew he was in hospital. I knew, this was the end. I didn't think I was going to make it. So they called me on Sunday, like, it's not looking good. I'm like, I'll fly in early. They're like, no, he's going to be there. And so Thursday was the day we flew in. And I made peace. I thought I made peace with it. Like, he ain't going to be there. It's cool. He know how I feel about him. And so when I remember doing the baggage claim, my mother called me. And she was like, where you at? I was like, just tell me. And she was like, no, he's here. I'm still at Auntie Val's house. So I go over there. And I'm talking to him. And like, he don't want to be touched. He get agitated. He was like, his eyes was closed. And so like, I'm touching all on his head. I'm kissing him. And I'm like, if you're tired, you can go. And I'm thanking him like, thank you. And like, he turned his body over to me. And AJ was like, man, Moonshine, like he's trying to talk to Isha. And I was just like, I'm good. Like, thank you for waiting for me. Yeah, because it wasn't until that moment that I realized I wasn't cool with it. He knew I wouldn't have been okay without seeing him. And so, I cried. And then by that time, that's when your flight had landed. So we was wrapping up anyway. And so I left. That was a Thursday. My birthday was that Friday. We went did dinner. And then about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Saturday morning, my phone ring. And I'm looking at it.
You already knew what it was?
Yeah, I put it back down. I ain't answered. And then when I finally got up, I called my mother and she was crying. I'm like, he gone? She like, yeah. And I remember even before I was leaving, sending y'all the text message like, whatever happened this weekend, don't handle me like I'm fragile. I just want everybody to have a good time. I want us to laugh. I want us to joke. And I remember going in the bathroom and I was crying. And I remember you coming in the hotel like, Ace, where you at? Let's take a shot. And I wiped my tears, and I was like, all right, let's kick it then. Let's do it. But yeah, it wasn't until his death that I was just like, oh, bitch, this is grief. This what they talk about in the world shit. Yeah.
Some hardcore shit. My grandma, kind of identical story. My grandma was my absolute best friend. That was my soulmate on this earth. God knew that when he gave me my grandma, and I know you hate the fact that I call her grandma instead of nanny, nana, whatever.
Because it's like grandma. It's like real grandma.
Grandma.
It's real.
I'm going to take a poll and I'm going to see how many people really
have granny.
Granny.
But grandma. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, always just seems like it's just too much. Grandma.
Grandma. But now, when my grandma passed away, my grandma was the second to go. But I'll go back to that in a second. But when my grandma passed away, it was probably 5 o'clock that morning. Now, she wasn't necessarily sick. It's just 5 o'clock that morning. I got a phone call. It was like, Cole, I think of my auntie dad. Cole, grandma gone. And I was like, I don't even remember responding. I was like, it is what it is. I rolled over. I went back to sleep. When I got up is when I started crying.
Yeah.
Like because at that point, now, of course, more people calling. Now, of course, everybody checking on everybody to make sure we are good. My grandma was literally the rock of the family.
Yeah.
And without her, just even in that moment, all them thoughts started to rush in my head. And it was like, what am I going to do without my best friend? And what made it so hard was, I even a week before, me and my daddy had gotten into it because my mama passed before my grandma.
Okay.
So me and my daddy had gotten into it because truthfully, he was trying to fill a void. When he lost my mama, he was with her for 23 years. They got 4 kids together. So he was out.
And y'all all look just alike.
We probably look nothing alike.
Y'all are, even the little kids, the little boys, y'all just all look alike.
I don't like them folks. I would think I'm adopted. But when I tell you, like, he was messing around with some lady, and I was just irritated. I'm annoyed. I'm young.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bringing these women around? My mom ain't even cold in the ground yet. Like, and my grandma, she ended up cussing his ass out. Jip, you like a little turd. Like, Jip, you da-da-da-da-da. And literally that same day, she said, stop crying. I'm going to always be here for you. I'm going to always have your back, and I'm going to always take up for you.
Yeah.
And she was like, I will never leave. I'm going to always be here for you. So not even a week later to experience her passing was just like devastating.
Like a Mack truck.
I could not respond on the phone with that phone call. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because this can't be my reality. Maybe your reality, which I hate. And that's fucked up because grief will make you want to misery love company. Grief will make you be miserable. But like, it's like, that's y'all reality. It ain't my reality.
Yeah.
That shit, it was tough.
No, I'm telling you, I looked at the phone.
It was tough.
And I said, oh, no. Because the only reason my mother would be calling me this early, and then my cousin Mimi called, the only reason they'll call me this early, if they got bad news. No. I ain't even ready. I'm not ready to hear that yet. Even though I know it's coming. Yeah. And like for me, I knew it was coming. And yours was different because, you know, your mom and your grandmother, it was unexpected. I knew it was coming, and I was still like, and my uncle, he was 81 when he passed.
Yeah.
So, but I still was like, you cannot tell me that. Like, almost like the nerve of you to tell me, like, what I'm supposed to do?
Do you know what I'm supposed to do?
How? And for me, it wasn't anybody that know me, that know Uncle Joe, know, like we gave each other flowers every time we seen each other. So it was never guilt. I was never sad for guilt. And I have memories to last me a lifetime. I think even now when I get sad, it's like, damn, if I get married, he was supposed to walk me down the aisle. Like, granted, I have my brother, but I might cuss my brother out before we even, the church doors open.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
And he getting kicked out. It's just a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces.
I see why.
Yeah. And then it's like, last episode, I'm like, I don't want kids, but if I have kids, like, my child would never know how it feels to be loved by the greatest person in the world.
Do you think that love translates through you, though?
I think so. Yeah, well, for sure it would, but like, Uncle Joe's different.
You know how they be like, I just wish I could love you half that much, or if I could just give 10% of your love.
Yeah,
like
if I could love people, if I could love you half as much as Uncle Joe loved me, it would
overwhelm.
It would be overwhelming to people. And then on top of Uncle Joe passed, a couple months before, I was going through a little breakup when the nigga don't nobody like.
We thought it was cool. That started fucking up.
That nigga, that old nigga had me going through the ringer.
So I gotta stop fucking with the old me.
I thought because he was a little older. He was up to the county. Yeah, girl, I was sleeping with the enemy.
Nigga still playing games.
Gang. It's so bad that it's like, it got to the point where I'm like, this nigga don't even like me. And like, I'm literally sleeping with the enemy. Like, I'm sleeping with my aunt right now. Like, it was, when I bought my house, he came over, he was like looking at her. And he was like, oh, I wish you wouldn't have bought it in this neighborhood. No congratulations or nothing. And I'm just like, you really hate me for real. And then for a minute, I'm like, damn, like when it was over, or it was towards the end, I'm like, why are you sad? Because like you know this is not where you need to be. You know he's not the one for you. Why are you sad? And I'm like, had someone say like, well, bitch, you sad because you did care. Like, and it's okay to be sad even though you know like this is the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, or you know that you wasn't necessarily treated the best, or you've accepted or allowed things that you wouldn't normally do. Like, don't be embarrassed behind that shit. Like, it's life. So grieve this shit.
I was finna say, but ain't that kind of grief?
Yeah.
Got a part of grief?
Yeah.
To have somebody and to realize all of those things, and now you got to go through all of the motions.
You have to go follow it. You have to.
You was angry.
Yeah.
Bargaining.
Popping up.
Denial, depression.
And yeah.
Finally, a girl was like, this nigga, the fact that you say this nigga was an enemy, that's your acceptance.
Yeah.
Now I can accept all the things that came with this relationship and bottom line. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what you there to fifth stage shit.
Yeah, but long. It was, baby.
He had you in the funk.
All up and through there. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you hate me?
Like,
did you say? Oh, one eye open. How did it make you feel that day?
The girl.
We live and we learn.
We live and we learn, but it was so rough.
Yeah.
It was, grief is no joke.
Yeah.
Grief is no fucking joke.
I think, okay, so you said the thoughts come like he can't walk me down the aisle and stuff like that. But there are happy thoughts that come and it's like, damn, you really love me. I wish I could love. I think the only thing that gets me through my grandma passing, my mama passing, my granddaddy passing, my other grandma passing is those fucking funerals. Baby, when I tell you,
This one sounds so bad, but the funeral be the best part of the death.
get that, you're picking up what I'm putting down. My mama's funeral was like Death Comedy Jam. Like, we cried probably for the first, I tell me this all the time, that shit was Death Comedy Jam. We cried for maybe the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
After that, people started talking their remarks. That shit was so fucking funny. Like, that was the funniest freestyle.
You're talking about like that 2-minute remark.
Yeah. Folks was like, y'all ain't gonna cut me off. I'm still going. They were not respecting the time. That was the longest fucking funeral. The line was wrapped around the building. People waiting outside like they waiting to get in the club. I had people calling my phone or calling the house phone like, I just seen your mama in the newspaper. I met her on the train, telling me stories about how they met and if they still was in connect with each other, asking for funeral arrangements, actually showing up.
Oh, that's good.
So it's not even just how fun the funeral was, but it's also like you had a lot of people that loved you.
Yeah.
That gets me by. That it's like, I know I loved you.
Yeah.
I was supposed to love you.
Yeah.
You know, but you had people that really fucking loved you.
Yeah.
That gets me by. My grandma's funeral was a fucking shit show. My auntie was falling out. She and the calling ambulance on her. Niggas cried. People was looking like Whitney.
I was grieving.
Looking like you. Y'all know Isha got her bang. So at Uncle Joe's funeral, that motherfucker bang was lit. She was sweat. One of her homegirls said she looked like.
I put a name on it, Lid Raggedy Ass. And the crazy part is, she was at the funeral.
I wasn't gonna say my girl. Lynn Reagan told my girl she like Whitney Houston. Circle crack era.
Yeah. No, the Uncle Joe funeral was, so the night before, I was out. I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Next morning, I get up, I get take a shower, I'm getting ready to go. The tequila, I'm still drunk. The tequila is literally seeping out my pores. So I get up, I'm in the front row, and so, you know, it's I think it was like 3 different sections. So I'm like to the far left, AJ in the middle, and then it's the other side. So I look at AJ, I go to AJ, I'm like, shit, you wanna take an edible? He like, shit, yeah, because he still like way messed up. We went together that night. We pop an edible. And by the time that goddamn service got to going, oh, I didn't feel nothing. I was floating, collecting that folk. You know, we have the G. I started going, you know how like we had like a collage, like, you know, on the TVs going through all the pictures. And I'm like, damn, I'm up here a lot. Like, I'm smiling.
They probably listening.
Everybody else, cause my mama dabbing her eyes. I'm just looking. Then my cousins, they was beefing with my aunt. So they came in and made a little scene. And I'm just like, we might have to fight at this bitch, each other. Yeah, I'm with it, so I'm with whatever type of time anybody on. Then after the service, my cousin, who I absolutely do not fuck with, towards the end, she came in, she was drunk. And I was just like, as long as she don't say nothing, because we had gotten into it a couple months before. So, you know, you doing your final walk through, everybody looking at the body. And she came over, tried to hug me. I was like, no, don't do that. Don't. Here come my mother, beelining it to me. It's grabbing me. She's like, I just had to come get you because I didn't know what you was going to do. And it was like, girl, you found out one little repass. Now everybody think that's what you want. But by this time, I done changed it to my, like, flat. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going to pop off. I don't know what's going on.
I feel right now I'm having a great.
I am having and I would be so mad if somebody blow this for me. Because I am high. And I am still drunk. I wasn't sad at all. I wasn't sad at all. We had fun and we went back to their house. No, then we went to the repast. It was a little tussle. It wasn't me, though. And here go AJ. I ain't coming to no more repasses, man.
Be quiet. Go turn up the damn turntable.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Shit's popping how it's supposed to be popping.
So once that little scuffle was over, we went back to their house and we had fun. Drinking, talking shit. And it was like, now that I'm thinking about it, he went out exactly how he wanted to go out.
The way he lived.
Yeah, and we did exactly what he would have wanted us to do because he was in a motorcycle club for a long time. So, like, guys with their bikes came, and it was just like people loved my uncle. So, like, it's like you to see that was just like, oh no, this is cool.
This is cool. They love, like,
Yeah,
when I tell you my cousins them started singing, then nobody asked them to. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nobody asked y'all to get up here trying to put on no show. It was just a mess. But when I look back at it, that shit was funny. That was fun. It was fun. The refam was fun. Right, yeah. The way she lived was the way she went out. Same with my mom.
yeah.
And yeah, everybody loves so.
So how did you deal with it? Because, I mean, I know you said, like, with your grandma, with your granny.
Grandma, you had it right.
Grandma.
You got to address my grandma how I address my grandma. Come on, take it from the top.
With your grandma. With your grandma. Or even with your mother, like, how did you grieve then? And, like, what's the difference? Or have you noticed any difference with your grieving?
Yeah, I noticed the difference. So, like I mentioned, I'm embracing it now.
Yeah.
I think for a long time, I just did not embrace it. And what I mean by that is, I think I'm going to use embrace and acceptance interchangeably.
Okay.
So maybe back then I didn't necessarily accept it. I guess I accepted the fact that she was gone, or they were gone, or everybody I lost who I did lose, but I didn't accept what my life would look like thereafter. And sometimes you get into a routine and it's like I'm trying to create this sense of normalcy for myself, but what is normal? Stop creating these fallacies and live in your reality.
That part.
And so that's where I think that's what differs between then and now. And so, of course, I'm younger. And so it's like, okay, I know I don't have my mama, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Not all right. You're 15. You don't have nobody to help you with your hair and makeup for prom. You don't have anybody to keep talking you through these mid-month ass hormones and the periods that come with it. You don't have anybody to help you with the sex talk and all of that good stuff. I can't say that I had a phenomenal team, a phenomenal support system from Denisa mama, from Asia mama, from Asia boy, Shay mama, the people that was super close to me, Brittany mama, the people that was super close to me, they never let me sit in my sorrow.
Your village was legit.
My village was legit.
Yeah.
And they helped more than they ever harmed me.
Yeah.
But I still missed out on having her.
Absolutely.
Specifically my mama, I still missed out on having her to help me with college, just all the things that a young girl look forward to.
Yeah.
And so again, I just did not accept the fact that my life would be different. I let all the people that was there to support me, I allowed them to support me, but I leaned so much on them that I didn't even like try to lean on myself. And that's just fair. That's what I'm being. That's being yours. That's me thinking that I had it all figured out, even when she was living. Thinking you got it all figured out. Yeah. So now it's like, I have to accept that life is not the same. So when it comes to kids, marriage, this, that, and the third, I don't have her to speak to in a physical sense.
Yeah.
But I still have her.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the difference between then and now. I think the biggest difference for real.
Yeah. I think for me, I lost my grandfather when I was 18.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, my grandmother died.
Yeah.
So that was rough. It was like, okay, it was rough. But it was like my grandfather had been sick majority of my whole life, my up until that point. So that was like, okay, he's no longer suffering. And then when my grandmother passed, it was like, whoa, this is crazy. But she died of a broken heart. Essentially, like, you know, when they told her my grandfather passed, she said, he finally left me. And it went downhill from there. It's like, I don't necessarily think I was sad because I stayed with my grandparents for forever. But I think for that, I was more sad for my mom and my aunts and my uncles. Like, they lost their parents. And then when my homegirl died, that was the first time, like, that completely blew me. Because we was just on social media talking like a day or two before, talking about Lincoln. So that threw me off. And then when Twine got killed, I think, so Twine got killed before she died, my homegirl died. I think that kind of like, that was like my first taste of real pain. pain, like to hear, because his grandmother raised him. So we went to the house he was killed at, and like kind of had a visual, and like to hear her screaming getting out the car, it was like, oh wow.
And all of these folks you're naming it in order of the passings, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And so it's just like, damn, like this is real. And with Twine, I think he's probably what like drove me to like always express how I feel of like people I care about, because that he died on a Wednesday. That Saturday, me and Liv was bowling. We seen his cousin. I'm like, what's up with your cousin? He like calling me. So I'm like, I'm not calling that nigga. Like, I'm not fucking calling him. He get on my nerves. You tough. That was a Saturday. That Monday, I was like, Liv, I should call him. And she like, Ish, y'all are so toxic. I just leave it alone. I'm like, you right. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him. And then that Wednesday, she called me at work, like, Ish, sit down. I was like, what's up, girl? She like, Twine, gone. I was like, Twine, oh.
Not my Twine.
Yeah. And I think that hurt me so bad because I had so much regret. Like, I should have called him. I should have reached out. I should have called him. And after that, I was like, never again. If I care about you, you're going to know I care about you. I'm done loving people I'm privately. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I birthday post. Just because, like,
Oh God, you go up for birthday.
because baby, just because, like, I need people to know, like, and I think that's one of the ways I was able to deal with his death. Like, okay, well, this was a wake up call. If you care about somebody, regardless of the nature of the relationship,
No.
let them know. So if you go or if they go, y'all know where y'all stand. And so I think I do a pretty good job at letting people know where they stand with me. So if I leave today, people can know, like, no, Isha loved me. Yeah, so that's how I dealt with his death. But with Uncle Joe, or even with the breakup, I don't think, looking back on it now, I handled it the best way that I could.
Okay.
But I think it was harder for me because I felt like I was losing control of everything, because I knew Uncle Joe was, I knew he was getting sicker. He wasn't getting any better. And so then it's like, okay, I'm losing him and I'm losing you too. Like, I felt like I was just losing control of everything. So like that, I was like, bitch, somebody might have to check me into like a mental health institution.
White coat on.
At least 72 hour little pink slip, 72 hours, like, you had to call. No phone, no phone, no charger, the little fucking footy, it was bad. But looking back on that, I handled it the best way that I could. And then Uncle Joe, it was really like, all right, bitch,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? What you made up? And then even his birthday was a couple weeks ago. I got sad. And I think that's the part where grieving people need to understand. They always say like, oh, time heals wounds. I think that's bullshit. And no. Time allows us to learn how to navigate, and it gives us a detour. So it's like this big old fucking pothole in the street. And I know what that pothole is, but time allows me to find like back streets and alleys to go down. So I don't necessarily go down that main street, but it doesn't make it feel better.
But the way, the time that it takes for you to grieve a loved one is not going to be the same time that it might take for me to grieve, because your experiences, that person, all of that takes an account when it comes to time heal wounds and stuff like that. But I think for me, I think my granddad passed away from a broken heart with my grandma. So my grandma and my granddad had not been together for probably as long as I was living at the time.
Yeah.
But they were best friends. And so my mama passed away first. That was October 06. And my grandma, May 07. My granddaddy, September 07. My other grandma, January, February 08. So it was like back to back to back to back. So
Our family was taking a blow after blow after blow.
their hit. One thing I learned after the fact was with my dad. He told me this, and he told me this. He was like, I was damn near contemplating suicide. Because even though I lost my mom and my grandparents, he lost his wife and his parents. And obviously, we're going to love them differently, but I can understand how that hit him.
For sure.
Anybody can understand.
Absolutely.
That shit, he said it almost took him out. I was his will to live. Sorry, suckers. Okay.
I'm about to say that.
Sorry, suckers. And no brothers, Bulls or L7 out of his will to live. But I'm also the youngest, too.
And the only girl.
So it's like, he felt like he did a good job at raising the boys and
And they were a little older. Not, for what it's worth, they were a little older than you at the time.
And they were definitely older. And they got to experience more of my mama than I did because I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just, with the folks that passed away back to back to back, there's nothing in me that don't believe that my granddad did not pass away from a broken heart. Now, he went into the hospital. They say he had cancer. They said it ran through his body in 2 weeks flat. My granddaddy went into that hospital. In 2 weeks, he was gone. But I still believe
his will to fight.
Gone. His will to fight had diminished.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously wanted to do it for his children. So my granddaddy got kids the same age as me. They were uglies, but we got
cool. They cool.
No worries.
Yeah.
Exactly. No worries.
Yeah. No, your granddad, God rest, he was dirty, nasty.
You know what I'm saying? Well, filthy son of a gun. I love my granddad. He loved me so much. I love him. I love your granddad. But yeah, I think his will, like you said, his will to fight, completely gone.
Yeah.
I get that. I want to feel that kind of love.
Yeah.
I know that sounds kind of crazy to say.
Like, if I leave this nigga, he shortly after,
he better be wrap it up. Get your ass up here. Or vice versa. If he leave first, I want to be like, damn, that was my nigga for real. Yeah, like AJ.
Yeah, not.
No, hell no.
Now I got a little bit more living to do. Not the fuck now. But no, yeah, time doesn't heal. And also, you know what I know people don't mean any ill will when they do. Oh my God, but I hate that. I hate that. I'm so sorry for your loss. I hate that shit so bad.
I don't hate it.
Oh. And I feel why you hate it. Because it's like, it's a fucked up situation. I know it's a fucked up situation. You know it's a fucked up situation. You don't gotta coddle me. And I know people mean well.
There you go.
I know people, but it's one thing to be like, I'm sorry about you. I'm sorry for your loss. If there's anything, you let me know. But it's done.
So okay, I'm about to do what you're saying. That extra, they want to sit in this misery with you. And I'm not trying to sit in misery right now.
And my misery a little different. My misery don't like company.
Okay.
Yeah, so you extending your condolences, that doesn't bother me. It's
yeah.
So, bitch, what was you? What? Hello? Because you thinking I'm sad for the wrong reason. I have no regret.
None.
When it comes to, this, I don't have any regrets. It's just, for me, I always think of like the things that he's not, or, he's not going to be a part of, or the end of something. And I know people gonna be like, well, bitch, we not gonna offer nothing else to you. I also don't like, and I know people, they mean well. Well, he's looking down on you. He's proud of you. Like, cool story, bro. Like,
he's real gone.
He ain't here. The fuck? And selfishly, I want him here. Like, and I keep referencing Uncle Joe because as I love my grandparents. I love Davina. I love Twine.
I was reset hurt.
And it was that hurt was different. Because I love these people that passed away, and I know that they love me, but nobody loved me like Uncle Joe. Mm-hmm. And my mother loved me. My mother and she'd have loved me. They love the ground I walk on. But Uncle Joe gave them a run for their money. And then also when I think about, like, most girls or most kids who grow without a father, it's like there's a void. I never had that void because Uncle Joe was there. Mm-hmm. Again, he babysat me, potty trained me. First time I took a shot at 21, he was at the bar buying me a drink. When I went off the prom, all of these things, he was there for every milestone. So like that, it hit a little different. And so, yes, I know, like, he's up. Everything that's good that's happening to me is in connection with me doing the work, and then also like him quarterbacking the place. Like, I understand that. But when people are like, well, he's up there smiling down on you, like, he was there smiling too. But yeah, so
I didn't think I like it. I mean, I really think people just don't have anything else to say, and
and this like I probably don't say nothing.
Just be quiet. Don't even worry about it at all. Let it go. Our situation, glad to say what you got to say. That's fine. Thank you so much for your love and all your support.
Damn, I ain't gonna get no more condolences. No, nothing else can happen to me. I can't lose nothing to nobody because they're gonna be like, oh well, that bitch said she didn't want me to say nothing, so I ain't saying a motherfucking fuck her.
One thing that I learned when my mama passed away was you still got to cherish the people that are here. That was very, very hard for me to do at that time because I was so stuck on losing, not just her, but everybody that I lost. So it was like, I have to understand that the people are here. They're here for me. And a lot of people gave me a lot of grace.
Yeah.
For a lot of times still. My daddy still to this day gives me a lot of grace. He's never turned his back on me no matter what happened, how it happened. He's always been there. And I think that kind of spills over into other avenues of my life. Like I hate when people dismiss the people that are there for me. I'm so focused on, I gotta put this children out this turn. Goodness gracious.
You see what I'm saying? They're trying to get through.
Yeah, me. But the people that are still here and to value them as I can. Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest little pet peeves of mine when you don't appreciate what's in front of you because you're worried about the past or what's behind you.
Yeah. And I think, I've been very fortunate in any situation, whether it was the end of a friendship or the passing of someone or a breakup, that I have people that extended that grace. And I think that's one of the things that, and I think I said this to you before when we had this conversation. I take my time with grieving. I don't rush the process. I sit in every stage as long as I need to sit in it. One of the things that, like, I grieve and I take my time and I don't rush the process, but I knew, like, I have a mother.
Yeah.
And granted, she lost her brother, but we're 900 miles away, so she worried about her baby. So I have to figure it out. Like, I have to not necessarily rush the grief process or the grieving process, but I have to do my due diligence and really get through this as fast as I can. So my mama she already sad. I don't want her worried about me. Then I have, like, friends, y'all, like, y'all knew, even though I'm like, don't handle me like I'm fragile, y'all knew I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
But everybody got shit that they're going through. Everybody got, like, stuff on their plate. And I knew, like, me grieving it, I never felt like it was a burden to anybody. But because I care about y'all too, I didn't want to add to y'all. I don't want nobody stressing out about me and, like, damn, she ain't answered her phone in 3 days. Let's do a wellness check. So it's like, that first call I might not answer. The first text message I might not reply. But if it got to, like, the second day, like, I know, like, where Brittany Jemison, like, I couldn't go more than, like, 2 or 3 days when I answered her phone. Like, I just couldn't. And, like, even if it was just like a, hey, I'm okay, I'm good. Like, people just wanted to hear my voice. So that also helped with my grieving process.
Yeah.
And it happened to dog.
Yeah.
As much as Papa get on my nerves, I had to get up.
They're not gonna let you. But the thing is, even if they wanted to, they're not gonna let you sleep in.
No.
They're not gonna let you sit in nothing.
No.
Just take me out and play with me.
I'm hungry.
Do something. Get up. Do something with your life.
Bitch, you hear me? Go on and brush your teeth.
But did Papa? Did he console you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He became and I was like, oh, he's so fucking clingy. He's so fucking clingy. But he knew.
Yeah. He
didn't want to leave my side. And, like, I was like, oh, but then it's like I appreciated it because I was like, I'm not lonely. So it was good. It was good. It definitely got me out of bed. Otherwise, if it wasn't for Papa, I probably wouldn't have got out the bed.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have got out. I saw the sun. I was able to go outside because of him. Because I was just like, I was bad. Brushing my teeth was a gold star Isha. Like, you did something today. Like, depression and being in that space is so fucking real. Like, it's so fucking real. And I don't wish it on nobody. But if those who got to experience it, don't rush that process. Go through every stage of grief and sit in it for as long as you need to sit in it, and then go to the next stage. And then once you really get to acceptance, it's like, it's still fucked up.
It's confident.
Yeah.
It's confidence enough. Because for me, it was confident, like, you're doing the work. Now you're doing the work.
You're doing the work, yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Everybody's born, people are born and everybody's going to die.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't necessarily, even if you don't accept that reality, you just accept the fact that you have to push forward because it's inevitable. But, okay, one other question for you. Do you ever, like, get sad when people want to talk about Uncle Joe or anybody that you lost? Do you ever feel like, I don't know, or do you ever feel like some people don't even have the right to mention their name? Like, do you ever...
I haven't been around or heard of anybody, like, mentioning him that I felt like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, it was situations before he passed, and it was people feeling certain ways about certain things, and I wasn't with that because, you know, the decisions that my aunt made that's her husband, you know, and she made those decisions based off of what she thought her husband wanted and what was best for him, and not everybody agreed with that, and that pissed me off because y'all not coming to sit with her. Y'all not relieving her of her, you know what I mean? And she never complained once.
Simply checking in.
Yeah, Auntie Val she never complained. Like, I love Auntie Val, and so Auntie Val is my aunt through marriage. That was his wife. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't know who I was like related to, because she never treated me differently. She never treated me like I was her husband's niece.
Yeah.
And she never complained up until the day my uncle died. She never complained about nothing. She put a lot of her personal stuff on the back burner, but it was some people who wasn't, you know, they had something to say, but it's like, y'all not checking on her. Y'all not picking up the phone. Y'all not going over to see. Y'all can't say shit about nothing. Like, y'all can't, no. So like that early on, I was just like, yeah, we'll get this shit popping for real. Like, wherever y'all want to take it, I'm with it. But after that, no. And I don't necessarily get, sometimes I get sad when people talk about them, but it's never, when we talk about them, it's never in in a sad manner. Never sad
or a negative way.
Yeah, it's always laughs and jokes. And then that's one for me. It's like, damn, I ain't gonna get no more memories.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it hit me. Like, when I think about, like, all of the things that he'll love this. I get my shit talking from him, so he would love this.
Won't trying to be sitting on the couch drinking more without.
Yeah.
Talk your shitty.
Yeah, when I'm watching Westerns, like, when I'm watching Gunsmoke, like, I think, like, Yellowstone, even though, you know,
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah, he would have loved Yellowstone. Like, you know what I mean? So when I things like that could have been our thing. So when I think about, like, the memories I'm not going to be able to create with him, that's when I get sad. But if it's a group of us talking, I try not to let that, like, put a damper on the conversation, because some people, that might be therapeutic for them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be the one they can't bring it up because they go, Isha, old crying ass. So I just kind of do it, you know, off to the side when I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grief will make you say some crazy ass shit.
Don't I know it?
Grief will make you say some crazy shit. So, like, how you wanted to get shit popping with them folks, I couldn't get shit popping with my grandma. My grandma thought my dad was the reason that her daughter passed away.
Oh.
Just also, and you stressing her out.
Yep.
Why you stressing out? Why you this? Why you that? Now, mind you, we grown up. My dad and my grandma are the best of buds.
Yeah.
But in that moment, and you have nobody, because backstory, my mom passed away unexpectedly. No, she never had a common cold. She never had the flu. And I might have explained this before, but it was literally just so unexpected. And we always thought that she knew she was leaving this earth because of some things that she said. Her and my dad went to Atlanta Zoo a week before she passed away. And he said they were just walking, and she was like, I made the list. And he was like, what you talking about? And she was like, I made the list. I'm good. Y'all good. Y'all gonna be all right. And the night that she passed away, I remember sitting on the couch, and she was like, I'm about to leave for a minute. I got to go to a parent-teacher conference. But there was no parent-teacher conference. And me, unlike my failure-ass brother, I'm just playing, I was an A and B student.
Damn, they're going to subscribe.
Yeah.
We needed them to subscribe. Damn, please, y'all, don't unsubscribe. I love my brother.
But now, I was an A and B student, so I'm like, you going to a parent-teacher conference? Shit, I'm going with you. But she stopped me. And when she was leaving out the house, she was like, oh, it's fine. You know, just stay here. I'm going to handle this. Withdrew all this money out her bank account. About all this money, I mean, like $500-something. She have a lot of her little savings account. But she withdrew the money, put it in her purse, and she went to a store, and they said that she took the long way around back to the bathroom. And when she came out, she had water on her face, and she couldn't breathe. And they was like, do you want me to call your kids for you? And she was like, no, I'm good. And I already told my husband they good. That was literally the story that they told us, the family. But I think my grandmother could not accept that she left out of nowhere, out of the blue.
Something had happened.
Somebody was to blame.
Yeah.
Somebody was to blame. And unlike you, I couldn't put hands on my grandma.
You couldn't put hands on people, right?
Put hands on my other grandma. Peaches. I call her Peaches.
You couldn't do it like that. You could not do that.
I could put hands on my
But it's like not too heavy on my daddy though. Hold on. y'all really forcing my hand.
Peaches. I love you.
All right, Big Peach. You okay? All right now.
But yeah, like I feel like I don't think anybody has ever talked negatively about her to the point where I wasn't open and just with having a conversation about people. And I don't ever see me like, no, I don't want to talk to this person or that person about it. Because much like you, sometimes we do have to face regret to understand, say what you want to say out on this earth. Not only for me, but I might be helping somebody along the way. Absolutely. Deal with their grief, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
So, nah, it's not off limits. And I don't necessarily get saddened in talking about my mom, but you know, or with other people, like I welcome the conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
like one day just like you know your uncle loves you, and I'm like, yeah, tell me more.
Yeah. Wait know that.
I'm like, when did you know I was the favorite? Like, when did it click for you? Because he gets a lot of people in his life, but when did it hit you? Yeah, no.
I feel like I'm the favorite. Yeah, but
yeah, no, it's not easy being the family's favorite, but here I am.
Heavy.
And then where's the crown?
Okay.
I am a lot of people's favorite.
Mm-hmm. You know, who's not a lot of people's favorite? Fucking John Morant.
Here's the thing.
Oh, time to get it popping. It's time to get it popping.
We just had a conversation about this season a couple episodes ago.
We haven't even gone 15 episodes yet.
No, because this is episode, what, 11? So, Jaja. Yeah, okay. Here is the thing. Because I think in part, I was like, well, he's young. Not excusing him. Yeah. He's young.
Yeah.
This nigga dumb. Because here is the thing. And people like, his people around him, no, y'all trying to pass the buck. That kind of, because here's the thing. John knew that his buddy was recording. So much so he looking in the camera. When the camera was first on him, he didn't even have the gun. The dude turned the camera back on him. John goes to pick the gun up.
Turn it back on John.
And then the boy trying to drop the phone. Jaja, here's the thing. Somebody goes on Twitter. See, this is daddy's fault. Because he always refers to him as one of his day ones and not his father.
I don't have a dog to fight. I don't have in this argument. I don't because last time we said we're looking to the people in his circle to help him. True enough, but you gotta help yourself, young man.
That man had that interview with Jalen Rose, and he did all that town dancing. Girl, and 2 months has it been 2 months?
I don't know if it's been 2 months.
He really on the same bullshit. And then
just maybe 2 months.
We gonna give him 2 months. And people like, well, it's not illegal to have a gun. Absolutely not. It's not illegal. But you have to have some sense of responsibility. You can't just be flashing a gun on social media. And then somebody else is like, well, if he had a YouTube channel and he had a gun collection and showing a gun collection off, what would be the difference? One, he's probably showing a gun off that is not loaded. He's doing it in a safe environment, in a responsible case or whatever, right? Or even if he's taking it out to handle it, oh, this is how I clean my guns. That's something totally different than a nigga listening to NBA Youngboy on fucking Instagram Live.
But didn't you say that
driving with the gun?
Allow them to have the gun traveling or what was it?
They couldn't be on the organization's property, including like planes and shit, or like a facility.
Okay.
Like you want to be
baby. So
bad. So what? So for what?
You don't have a reason.
You dedicated your life to basketball and you're about to lose, and everything that he can like. I don't know how true it is, but they're looking at maybe a suspension up to a year. So you're going to sit out a whole season? Like, you already lost money behind this. Like, at this point, get the fucking help you really need. And don't just say you getting help because you're in front of the camera. Go to rehab. Go to rehab. Talk to the lady.
Understand why your impulses are so strong that you're willing to risk it all.
Why do you have a gun? If fear for your safety, then hire people.
You have enough to hire people
that are legally able to carry and have them with you. 200 bust his fucking head open.
So did the friend try to drop the phone and not get him on the
Yeah, because they like da-da-da-da-da.
I remember seeing him. It wasn't here.
Yeah, and then when he put the gun up, the friend was real quick. The friend did like this. I'm like, nigga. And then he brought it back up and tried to play it off. But it's like, this nigga just, now this time he didn't have a little track meat gun. That little, he had a little, pew, pew, the little, I like that. I know, that was, he liked that one. He had I don't know, I'm not, I got a gun, but I'm not like a gun acting for, right? Yeah, but it was bigger than that. But it's like, at
this point,
it's politics.
Yeah. And if they suspend you up to a year, you deserve it.
That was earned.
You deserve it, yeah.
Yeah, that was earned. That ain't the fake outrage that people got going on. Leave that shit alone, because he got a slap on the wrist the first time. He think he invincible. And sometimes the people who think they invincible, because you got this talent and you're a job, right? Sometimes you got to knock him down a peg, because he ain't gonna fucking get it.
He think he big and bad, but there's always somebody out there bigger and badder than you, my boy.
And it's called the fucking NBA. And when they suspend your little stupid ass,
now don't go crying to nobody.
He probably gonna have to bring Oprah off for the big guns, the PR.
You think so?
I'm talking he might.
But why you want to spend that much money? Because that price tag, that ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to spend that much money rather than just keep the gun in your pocket?
That's it.
Why don't you just do the right thing from the beginning?
That way we don't have to keep talking about this nigga.
I don't want to keep talking about you. I tried to give you a pass the first time.
Yeah.
The second time, first time, shame on them. Second time, shame on you.
Yeah. At this point.
It's for sure shame on him.
Stupid ass little boy.
But
it wasn't a pistol start. It wasn't that.
I know it wasn't, but I just like to.
Because that first one, it was little.
He was like,
little BB girl. Boy, you was like, what you gonna fucking do with that besides make somebody mad? Oh, and then it's like, all right, we know you and your daddy cool, but what he saying to you?
Yeah, what? But besides putting the phone down, is your friend telling you not to pull it out from the beginning? Like, I know you trying to protect your room, but he should have said, bro, put it up all the way. Just put the shit away. The fuck you? I don't even want it on my motherfucking camera.
That part.
I'm gonna be associated with this dumb shit.
Yeah.
What is your father saying?
No, he's too busy on the sideline drinking and high-fiving niggas. Be a dad. T.
When he said that, you too busy calling your day one.
Your day one. That's my OG, my day one. So that is your fucking daddy. The fuck you mean? Your day one. Like, literally, he's been there for day one, but like, that's your father.
Yeah, let's address him instead.
Yeah, he's not your homeboy. No. Yeah. That gentle parents and shit.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Should have whooped his ass.
Should have whooped his motherfucker. Thank y'all again for tuning into another episode of Not a Real Podcast.
Yes, I'm Isha. Remember, grief is no timeline. You don't have to grieve on somebody else's timeline or according to their expectations. Do what's best for you. Find healthy coping mechanisms to get you through it.
And it don't matter how long it takes. Does not matter how long it takes. Whenever you're ready to go through those 5 stages of grief, go through them. Because right now I'm at 31 and I'm finally on accepted. So,
and that is great.
Learn from my mistake.
It ain't even a mistake. It ain't. It's life.
It ain't.
Thank y'all for joining us. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.